Hello, welcome to Nattys Crafts. I'm Natalie. I'll be doing all the crafting. Today we're doing another challenge, the Useful DIY Challenge, hosted by Mom Das Life Handmade, co-hosted by Glam Queen of DIY. This is what we're going to be making. This is a trash to treasure project. So we are going to make this vinyl holder. Well, that's what I'm using it for anyway. You could use it for anything, but I'm using it to hold my vinyl for my Cricut. So here's what we're going to need. And then to get started, we're just going to clean up these CapriSun boxes. Now, I'm diabetic, and so I always have juice boxes, and I had a tough couple weeks, and so I went through a lot of these boxes of juice, and so that's why I have them, and that's what I'm going to be using. Now, we're just going to trim off the edges of those flaps, and we want them to be just straight across. We're going to take any of those little glue spots like that off of there. And then we're going to glue those little flaps down into the box because we want it to be a nice flat edge. So I'm just going to glue that edge down into the box. And that is true for both the end walls and the longer side walls. And then once we have those all glued, I noticed that the one wall on the box was kind of weak. And so I'm just going to fix that just by putting a little masking tape in there just to strengthen it up a bit. I mean, it's not, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to hurt it at all to not have the masking tape in there. But I just wanted it to be strong. I want it to last. And then we're going to paint. Now this CapriSun boxes are quite bright, and so I chose white. This probably should have been one of my black projects. It would have been so much easier. But anyway, so I'm going to paint everything pure white. This is, actually this was the Martha Stewart paint. I don't know if anyone has used that. I don't like it. It's very thick and kind of gross. But anyway, so I'm painting everything. I'm even painting the inside where we put those flaps, where we glue those flaps down. I'm even going to paint those. And then we're going to tape these two together. Here's the super glue mounting tape from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use a few strips of this because we're going to glue tape these two boxes together. And so I'm going to just put a piece of tape in the front. This is double-sided masking tape or mounting tape. So piece in the front, piece in the back, piece through the middle. Just to make it sturdy. Again, we want it to be nice and sturdy. And I should have said I painted just one coat of paint before I glued them together. Just because I don't want any of the crazy colors peeking through if I didn't paint it. But I am only doing one coat of paint on this inside of these boxes. And then once we've got the mounting tape on and I've taken off that yellow covering, now I'm going to use my hot glue around the edges and then a little bit through the middle as well. And then we're just going to glue the two boxes together. And I did want to make sure that my boxes, the tops were the same on both sides and all of that. Once they're glued together, then we're going to go back to painting. Now this took me 3 coats of paint to cover it sufficiently. And I forgot about this crease in the middle, so I did go back and put some hot glue to kind of fill in that crease basically. And then I'm going to paint it again. So this is still during my second coat of paint. So after I've kind of filled in that crease a little bit, then we're going to go back and we're going to do our third coat of paint. And then once it's all painted and I'm happy with the paint, then we're going to actually add a little ribbon around the edges. Again, just to make it look finished, make it look nice. The ribbon, obviously you can use any style that you have or that you like or that matches your decor. Of course, mine is going to be gray, black, and white because, well, pretty much that's my whole house. And I am using just a bit of glue all the way down and then a lot in the corners. I don't want it to come loose. All right, and then we've got the edge all down, And you'll notice there's a little lip that's sticking up above the box. That is so that I can fold over the edges like you see me doing here. So I'm just going to cut the corners and then trim off the very little corner, the little tip of the corner. Trim that off so that I can fold those flaps over the box. Again, making that nice finished edge. And then I'm just going to hot glue that into the box. Or down to the box, maybe? I don't know. You know what I'm saying. Sorry about the angle. It was difficult to really show that. Now here I am doing a close-up so you can see I'm really trimming off the corners so that I have a nice smooth edge when I fold it in and glue it down. And sorry about my head, keeps popping in there. My head's too big. It just wants to be in the picture. And we're just going to do that all the way around the whole box on all the edges of the outside box. And then for the inside, we're actually going to do it a little different. We are going to use the full ribbon on the inside of the box just to cover up the flaps that we had glued down and painted white earlier. So that's what we're going to do here. We're just going to measure it around. And this is a wire edged ribbon. That's not necessary, but it is what I had and what I used. And again, we're just going to glue that down inside the box to get that nice finished look. And we're going to do that again on all of the inside of the box. And when we're all done, here's what we have. It is an awesome little vinyl holder. Well, again, that's what I'm using it for. You could use it for whatever else, I guess. But that's what I'm using it for, is for my vinyl. And I really love this ribbon. I've used this ribbon a lot, and I have 2 rolls of it. I'm afraid I'm going to run out pretty soon. I think it maybe was from Walmart after Christmas. Not this past year, but the year before. And there's some of my vinyl. I probably could have fit a few more up at the top there, but, you know, whatever. You get the point. And so I lay it down because I have a bookcase that this vinyl sits in, but you could also, of course, stand it up if you have a corner or something. I thank you so much for stopping by today and enjoying this challenge with me. And especially want to thank the host for this challenge, Mom Das Life Handmade, and co-host Glam Queen of DIY. I love these challenges, so thanks so much for hosting. Go ahead and check below for the playlist and go ahead and watch the other creators and what they've created. And then to all of you who have subscribed, I do appreciate that. It takes just a second, and I do appreciate it. And if you would hit the bell when you subscribe, then you'll know when my next video will come out. And then, of course, leave a comment and hit the like button, all of that regular old YouTube stuff. Thanks so much, guys. Y'all have a great one.